A1 Haught Photography is a creative portrait photography business operating out of Ravenswood, West Virginia, providing services to individuals and families in the surrounding area. It is my mission to offer personalized service and exceptional photo products at an incomparable value. I strive to deliver high quality and artistic photography for any of life's milestones, such as graduation, engagement, maternity, birth, newborn, and family portraits. I strive to capture not just images, but memories that will last a lifetime. I've prepared an analysis of my business to review my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It is my goal to create a connection with my customers that will last a lifetime, establishing a reputation for reliability and customer satisfaction. So let's first take a look at my strengths. I believe my greatest strength is in my enthusiasm. I enjoy my work, and not just the photography, but the entire process from start to finish. I think that my love for my craft and enjoying my work allows me to work harder and still maintain my upbeat attitude. My passion for photography means that I always have a smile on my face for customers, and I eagerly face any challenges that arise, which gives clients confidence that I will get the job done well. And because I enjoy the editing process as well as the turnaround time for the final product, I always exceed my clients' expectations. Another of my strengths is my creativity. I love to try new things, and I always try to think outside the box and avoid cliché portraits. I love to capture children as they truly are, and my style is less formal pose shoots and more about fun and expressing the person's true personality through the camera. Honesty and integrity are important to me and my business. I like to push myself and make sure my client knows exactly what to expect and that we are both protected by my contract policies. All of these traits have contributed to my building my business based on my clients' needs and making sure that customer satisfaction always comes first. Now let me explain my weaknesses and how I plan to overcome them. First, my first weakness I have listed is organization. I think that part of being a creative person means that my thought process tends to get a little bit scattered. Because of this, I have a hard time finding a place for everything and making sure it stays there. This can make my office space a bit unruly at times, to say the least. But I do put in an extra effort to make sure that all of my documentation is in order and safely filed away. I make lists and have reminders on my phone to keep me in a smooth workflow. I find that by reminding myself, I can keep my focus and keep my space relatively controlled. My next weakness is my lack of risk-taking. I have a hard time jumping into something without a safety net. This is actually kind of a strength, but only in fields like the finances and the business planning. But when a business relies on an artistic medium, spontaneity is something that should be embraced. I love to plan out every little detail and make sure I have all of my bases covered, though, and my attention to detail can be overwhelming. I try to keep this from stressing me out, and I've gotten very good at working in time crunches to be able to plan and cover all of the little details at the last minute. I think I'm on the road to turning this weakness into a major strength. My last weakness is computer skills. I do not understand computers very well, and it's been a really difficult thing for me to work with, especially for this speech. I find that most other topics have always come easy to me, and I've had to focus really devote myself to learning how to perform well in this area without having the interest and drive to do it, as I do with photography. Where my love of photography means that my interest keeps me focused when I need to learn about new technology, I find I really have to keep myself motivated and focused, and it can be difficult for me to do that. I have many different opportunities available to me, and each are special sessions that I really enjoy and are all growing trends in the photography industry. First is birth photography. This is one of my favorite events to photograph. It is a unique field, and the experience is once in a lifetime. Birth photography is an area where there is definitely a growing interest, especially in my area, where it has been not quite caught on, but I think that soon it will be something everyone wants. This is one genre that really has my heart, and business-wise, it's great that I can start growing in this area while the trend is still developing in my location. Another opportunity for me to show what I'm really great at is story session. which is what I call my conceptual photography category. Here I put kids into their favorite stories. I style the shoots from start to finish, and the entire process is completely unique for each client. Examples of what would be to recreate a scene from Snow White, Cinderella, Huckleberry Finn, or any other well-known work of fiction, as well as generalized themes like cowboys and Indians or superheroes. There is so much that can be done with the story sessions, and I find that I prefer this fantastical imagery to traditional portraits because you can really see the child opening up and when he or she gets to become and experience their favorite character. Another area I am developing now is lifestyle portraits. This is where I come into my client's home and photograph them in their own environment, capturing their personality and real memories of their family. This is a popular option for newborns because those first days are magical, the very first of everything in this little person's lives. But most new parents have a hard time stopping to really pay attention to the little details in the stressful new baby time. I really enjoy being able to capture memories that parents may be too sleep deprived to remember later on. I have done lifestyle portraits for all sorts of sessions, from maternity to senior photography. And I think that the convenience is a big draw as I go to the client and they can relax in their own space. These are all great trends in photography that I'm working to build my business towards focusing on. But there are a few threats to my business right now. Personal changes are going on, greatly affect my business. My husband has gotten a promotion, which means big changes for my family. We are now planning on buying land and a house in a different area within the next 2 years or so. But we are expecting more changes in his career, so we have to wait until his future is more certain to know where we will be looking for our new home. This means that I can't really start focusing my business attention on the area where we may move to because we're not really definite where that will be yet. I'm currently using this next year of an uncertainty to test the waters in the market in various areas and branch out. I know that we will not be moving so far that the town that we live in now won't be in my travel area, so I can focus my attention here as well, knowing that I'll still be able to keep any clients I make. Another threat for my business, for most photographers, which is also a threat for most photographers, is growing technology. Now that everyone and their grandmother has a camera phone and everyone is taking pictures all of the time, I think that it's a practice that's a great thing for individuals because they will always have a camera handy for memories they want to capture. But at the same time, photography as a whole suffers for it because people get used to the snapshot style of photographs, and it kind of lowers the value of the general public puts onto great artistic photography. This kind of leads to my thoughts about the next threat of photography in general, which is the photography market in general. I think that every photographer has a lot to overcome now because decent cameras are cheap enough that anyone can buy one, and easy enough to operate that anyone can take a decent enough photo. I think that a lot of photographers with great potential do not get past just taking pictures and start working on becoming great at creating images. I think that overall, I have a lot to work on to better myself and grow my business, but I have come a long way in a short time, and I'm graduating in 6 short weeks. I plan on working on my bad habits and focusing my energy on building a sustainable business with the skills and knowledge I have learned in my classes. Thank you so much.